We left Cape Town on Saturday morning, the 26th of February, heading for Luderitz Nambia, and we arrived in Namibia on the 2nd of March. The last part of our provisioning was vacuum packing all of the meat in individual packages.
See it? Yeah. Perfect.
After a final evening in the V&A Waterfront Marina in Cape Town, having spent 2 months in Cape Town, we were leaving early the next morning. As is customary with sailing, something broke just before we left, so we needed to make a new latch for the engine bay door.
Last moment action.
We headed out of Cape Town harbour at just after 9 o'clock on the Saturday morning, knowing that we would only be getting wind at about lunchtime, but it was a good idea to get out and get everything settled to be able to raise ourselves later. Carl on sailing vessel Nala, which is a brand new Leopard 42, was behind us, so he was following us to raise the sails later and get on our way to our destinations.
Okay, I'm on video.
Okay, are you gonna...
Hello.
Now we all. This is a nice one. With a mountain in the back. Yeah.
Michelle, how are you feeling? Hey, smiley girl.
Yeah, you put your camera away and I'll take the photo.
Okay.
As predicted, after lunchtime, the wind picked up, so we raised the spinnaker, which is coming from the rear, and we sailed into our post-sunset an evening with the spinnaker all the way through the evening.
And we're going to here to this drive to this.
Yeah, stop today.
What is our speed there?
4
and 4.7 with current.
Okay.
5.2 with current.
You can see this is downwind sailing at its best. Light winds, flat seas, and the boat is still moving along at 5 knots.
Behind the gill.
A big fish.
Yeah, it looks like a sizable fish. Looks like a Sierra, lovey.
Oh, great.
Spanish mackerel.
That would be great.
But they're fighting still too much for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because normally they give up after a minute. It could be a Dorado.
Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, my gosh. Whatever it is, just come on board.
Pulling again. It's a knife. You kill the fish with. Get in here. I'll bring him right here. Okay. Hang on. Okay, go down. Wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, don't move too much. Alright, can I see you? Okay, go for it. Behind the gill. Let's get a towel over him or something, Maya. Saw a hole for this. No, don't worry. Okay, pull out the gaps.
We essentially only fish for the pot, so once we've loaded enough food, we stop fishing during our trips. Day 3 was a quiet, flat morning, which we knew we were going to be motoring for a while till the wind picked up. And during this time, the crew were relaxing and enjoying the sun.
He's sitting here, Mike. So funny. Sun is so strong. Look at that. I have my fence till here. Look.
Yeah.
And this is like white and this is brown. It's so nice.
We actually arrived at Luderitz at 2:30 in the morning, and we just dropped the anchor down and waited for port control to open up at 8 o'clock to give us permission to move or do what we need to do from there.
Cleat and then just leave slack in that.
Yeah. How much slack?
So yeah, well, just as long as it's slack, go to ice. Yeah. That's simply your safety line as your bridle goes. So.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you can take the buoy. Yep. Oh, by the way, before we get too involved, these are private moorings.
Yes, I believe
there's
so.
a charge for them.
Yep.
It's $150 a day for basically all the moorings. The only other one I've got is behind you. Angier's on that. They're probably leaving Friday. I can't move you closer. But you might find you're uncomfortably close to that guy.
Yeah.
The trouble is when they bring the ships in, the tug wash from holding them on the side, yeah, it doesn't matter. 1 knot of current will overcome 30 knots of wind. And what happens is normally the boats are all doing the same. But then the tug comes in, this guy then swings before the other one, and there's a risk. But you'll find here, it's just a bit of a clash.
No, it's fine. Where did we go short, by the way?
Okay, look, the dinghy dock,
Yeah.
you can't really see it. It's in front of the trimaran and the catamaran.
Once we were securely on a mooring, port control said they would notify Port Health to meet us at the shore, and basically once that was arranged, we went ashore to meet the Port Health, and then from Port Health we could clear in immigration and customs and formally be in Luderitz, which was all done in the late afternoon.
was he enjoying?
See the pool?
Okay,
So he
good.
did.
Good.
Okay, we'll lift it up.
The mornings in Luderitz are extremely misty and foggy,
morning.
something we're not used to coming from a much warmer climate.
Luderitz.
The next morning we left the boat to explore the town, which is very old. In fact, Bartholomew Diaz in 1488 put the first cross in Luderitz on his first trip around the Cape. See in this picture here was the mine inspector, the diamond mine inspector's house, which was built in the early 1900s and is now the magistrate's house.
He's resisting, he doesn't want to walk anymore.
Jax?
He's like...
We spent some time at the famous Diaz coffee shop in Luderitz, which is pretty famous amongst all the tourists that come through the area.
What's up, lovey? Oh, the flowers. I'll put your phone in the bag, lovey.
So you are with your own boat. Yeah. Who's the captain?
He. Eyster here in front, the captain.
Captain Eyster. So you are traveling the world with this boat?
Yeah.
Is it the yacht?
The catamaran, yeah.
So when the weather is bad, then you put on the sail.
The weather's bad.
Yeah, the bad weather.
The sail's a little bit.
Yeah, the sail's a little bit.
The next morning we made arrangements to go with a driver to take us to the most famous part of outside Luderitz, which Luderitz is known for, and that's the diamond deserted town that is now, well, it's called Kolmanskop, which is completely deserted. In 1908, the first diamond was found in this area of Kolmanskop, and by 1912, 11% of the world's diamonds came from this area, or this mine.
Long, I'm going to ask you to please stay with me during the tour. After the tour, you're more than welcome to visit any of the old buildings and take as many photos as you like. Feel free, however, to take photos during the tour as well. Entering of this area is at own risk, so please come and look out for snakes. Staff was also very interested in this area, and he asked all his co-workers to look for any unusual stones. So in 1908, Zacharias Nambia found the first shining stone at Gratsplatz, about 10 kilometers from here, and he gave it to our staff. Our staff was very clever. He took the stone, tested against the glass of his watch, and with great foresight, he started picking. The paint inside, not original, but most of the furniture still original from that time. And here on the table is a shopping list of everything she imported from Germany. Rollmops, caviar, bonbons, the best of champagnes, you name it, she ordered it. And the telephone is still a Siemens.
Look at the stove.
I think this is really incredible. You know, you see this. See this, you see that. Oh my gosh. And apparently that's where the story comes from. What's your number?
We get that in Cape Town, it took so long.
At Hartley. This used to be the Kolmanskop Building Alley, and it was built to resemble the traditional German building alley. The blue paint, not original, but the stencilling on top is still original, as is the table, the bar counter, and the bar fridge. Lampshades, unfortunately, copies, originals. Now the cable you got up, put your pins properly again, put your bonds on traction at the back, and it will go right back to you. German engineering. 1,000 tons of water per month were shipped up to Luderitz and then in wooden barrels through a desert up to Kolmanskop. Renovated and open for. Still find the original marble, glass and marble tiles. The house next to it was where the accountant used to stay. The house with the balcony was for the architect. And this little dilapidated house is for the poor school principal. The most photographed, the most dangerous house in Kolmanskop. You only understand inside that's in that house.
Diamonds in the shoes.
Yeah.
Look in the tape recorders.
Yeah.
120 diamonds.
Very smart methods.
Pigeons.
crossbow.
Every day is sunny, oh that's what they say. Since I landed here,
So cold inside.
Yeah.
you like to pull me apart. Do you love me? Either way you have
Otherwise we would have been right against the
roof.
roof.
Yeah, the sand's just filled up this house.
Yeah.
That's why they're saying we have a lot of snakes. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
it's a perfect place.
Oh, no.
drove into the desert to look at the stars. Tell me why flowers break my heart. Till we start growing 'cause it got too hard. You and I are stormy too. Wonder if I'm the fear. Are we ignoring the truth? You like to pull me apart. Forget me, forgive me not.
Within 40 years, most of the diamonds in this area became much smaller, and there were much bigger diamonds found in another region of Namibia, so this town just became a ghost town.
June, I hope we make it to our super.
Our driver, who was actually an Avambu Namibian from the Avambu tribe, now living in Luderitz, was very entertaining, and he really was great fun to be around.
On quick.
We ended the evening with a wonderful picanha braai, which was just great.
I'll take it.
Almost ready for it, Larry.
Using your skill.
I am using my skill. Just get it up and up here.
After a wonderful 4 days in Luderitz, it was time to move on and sail up to Walvis Bay. That will be in the next video. If you liked this video, please click the like button and please subscribe to see some of our further episodes as we cross the Atlantic.